Hey skiers, I'm Jeff from skiessentials.com.
I'm Bob. How's it going?
Welcome back to our Top 5 Friday weekly ski industry news videos.
These Fridays are just rolling right through themselves. December is a blur.
Right? It feels like just yesterday we were here, but it was a week ago. Been really good at Stowe recently.
Yep, good stretch.
We've had some great testing. We were out there with Nordica this morning, out there with Kesley yesterday. Big thanks to those guys for having us. And some exciting skis coming.
Yeah, ski in the future. Love it.
Skiing the future. Next week we will have our Enforcer Unlimited 104 review up. Bob, you've been enjoying that ski quite a bit.
I think we both have.
Yeah.
Yeah, very interesting
Got
ski.
ski for the first time today.
Yep.
Pretty sweet. And before we get into the actual news, a couple fun announcements, one of which we actually talked about last week, but we have some new developments. So we do that fundraiser for local youth ski programs. We started it last Friday. $10 per raffle ticket. You can buy as many raffle tickets as you want. In the past week, we've had like $5,000 or $6,000 value of more donations for prizes. So there's now like 5 or 6 pairs of skis you can win. There's a pair of atomic shifts. There's all sorts of good stuff in there. So would certainly encourage you to go check that out. 100% of the revenue goes to local youth ski programs in the surrounding area. So it's not like we take
Any
a cut.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty weird.
Sorry, kids.
Sorry, we need this. So yeah, definitely take a look at that. And then starting today is our, can you believe this, Bob, 8th annual Ski Happy photo contest.
No, 8. Can't believe it. 8
years of Ski Happy photo contests. This year's a little different. So in past years we've done, each contest is correlated to a month. So, you know, we had a December contest, a January contest, February contest. That limited how many contests we could have in the ski season. So this year, in order to have more contests, give more stuff away, do just more fun stuff, we are doing 10-day duration contests. So this first one is sponsored by Fisher, and this first one feels really cool because Fisher's giving away a prototype ski.
Ooh.
Yeah, that you've skied.
Okay.
So we have been testing and kind of working alongside Fisher over the past year.
Yeah, it was about a year ago.
Year and a half maybe. Developing some new skis. You've probably seen some kind of teaser footage. I was out in Mount Hood with them this past summer with Marcus testing. This coming week, next week, I will be in Colorado with Fisher doing some more testing. So in this Ski Happy photo contest, you can win a prototype of the skis that we've been developing with Fisher.
That's pretty fun.
Yeah. So it basically works the same way. You can enter through social media using a Ski Happy hashtag. You can also go to the Ski Happy page. I think it's just skiessentials.com/skihappy. And direct upload if you're not on social media or if you don't want to like post 100 times and you want to enter 100 photos, go for it. So super fun. And I'll be trying to give you guys some updates from Winter Park next week, kind of showing some of the on-hill stuff. I can't show everything just yet. That's the reason that we're giving away a prototype ski and not an actual production model ski. But just around the corner, we can share more information on that.
I never understood why they're so secretive about it.
So secretive.
Yeah.
You can even see, if you go to the Ski Happy page, you'll see on the prototype graphic, it's got some like kind of code. You guys can probably figure out what ski it is if you look at the graphic. So that's it. I know that was a lot of announcements, but now we can get straight into the news. First topic of the week, World Cup Alpine recap. Bunch of fun racing last weekend. There were 2 women's downhill races in Lake Louise. Breezy Johnson, crushing it.
Great skier name, too.
Right?
Just fantastic.
Yeah. Reminds me of Peekaboo Street.
Yeah, that was a good one, too.
Yeah, good skier name.
But Breezy just sounds fast.
Yeah, Breezy. Going with the wind. So yeah, Breezy Johnson picked up a pair of second place finishes in the 2 Lake Louise downhill races. For those interested in Michaela Schifrin, she was 26th and 38th respectively. So some work to do there if she wants to qualify for downhill in the Olympics. But I don't doubt her capabilities.
Yeah, but that's a lofty goal, you know.
It is. Yep.
But go for it, I guess.
We'll see. She's a good athlete. Go Michaela. On Sunday, they had a Super G. In that race, Michaela took the top U.S. spot in 6th, followed by Breezy in 11th. So it's pretty amazing, you know, as the skiing gets more technical, Michaela Schifrin gets better.
Right.
Pretty much evenly across the board from downhill to slalom.
I would imagine that it helps each discipline, too, to get the feeling of the speed in the Super G and then to really be on your edges in the slalom.
I would think
I'd imagine that helps as an overall skill.
Yeah, definitely. On the men's side, they were at Birds of Prey. We covered a couple of the Super G races in last week's video. And then in the Saturday downhill, Ryan Cochran-Siegel picked up a 6th with Steve Nyman in 18th. Unfortunately, the Sunday downhill was canceled due to wind, another wind cancellation.
I can see it more in the downhill than the giant slalom, but...
Yeah. And I thought it was interesting, you know, we were kind of speculating why they closed. Was it a safety or an unfairness thing? Ted Ligety was the commentator, and I was watching that race hoping that it wasn't going to get canceled. And Ted Ligety was kind of citing both of those reasons.
Yeah.
Unsafe and just unfair to the athletes if you get a big gust. But, boy, that Birds of Prey course is crazy, huh?
What a cool trail. If you ever get a chance to ski it in real life, it's just amazing.
So I've never skied it.
Yeah.
And watching downhill racers on it, that first steep pitch, it looks like they go down and then come back uphill. Do you? Or is it just the way that the trail turns?
Yeah, it's the way that it looks. But
it's just unbelievable.
The jumps were what really blew my mind. And I was there on like a snowy day. It was like 6-8 inches of snow.
Yeah.
And it was like this underneath. You could tell that it was like a World Cup prep course, but you could go.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to go too much faster off of those
like
jumps. It just drops out from under you. It's unbelievable that they go the speeds that they do.
Yeah, the jumps are cool, and the compression in that first big, giant left footer, right hand turn just looks incredible.
Yeah. And
love to experience just some of those G forces, not all of them.
Yeah.
Some of them.
And they still have like the A netting up, so there's a little bit of safety involved too. You're like, okay, I won't just completely go off the trail, but yeah, real impressive, very steep.
So pretty cool there. Second topic of the week, more World Cup recaps on this side. It's the free skiing side of things. We had a Steamboat Big Air. It was really cool. You know, that we've had some really warm weather in Colorado recently, which isn't great for the start of the season, but it's actually great for big air events. So you could tell that the athletes were psyched, you know, just like spring skiing basically. Spectators in person looked like they were having a blast too. Just a bunch of people in like beach attire. But continue to pushing the sport into new uncharted territories. American Alex Hall was second. Basically what happens in these big air events is you have 3 jumps and you're looking for 2 scores from 2 different tricks. One of Alex Hall's tricks was a double cork 1980 Buick grab.
I don't know the Buick grab.
It's seatbelt Japan.
Okay.
So, let's see.
You step
like that.
Like that.
With one hand, and then you take this hand and reach around the far side of your tail.
Okay.
So it's basically just like as wrapped up as you can possibly get.
While you're spinning and flipping 6 times. 5.5 times.
5.5 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. So pretty unbelievable. And then Matej Svancer, who's come up a couple times in Top 5 Friday, he took the win, and it almost looked easy for him. Mm-hmm. He pretty much dominated. And he did a trick that I had never seen before. I don't believe it's ever been done before in competition or outside of competition. Nose butter triple cork 1980. Which just was mind-blowing.
Right. usually to get that type of power, you're not buttering, you're springing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. He is going to be someone to watch for years and years and years to come. On the women's side, we saw a similar progression. Eileen Gu took the win with the first ever forward double cork 1440 in women's competition. And Tess Ledoux nearly landed a 1620, which may have taken the top spot. We'll never know. But pretty incredible stuff from the women. And our third topic of the week, we kind of have three different news topics surrounding Vail Resorts. So first off, you've probably seen this in the news. If you watch Top 5 Fridays, you probably see other ski news too, I would think. Vail has moved to acquire Seven Springs, Hidden Valley, and Laurel Mountain, all of which in Pennsylvania. So just continuing their trend of buying up eastern resorts.
Yeah, I had a good buddy from college who grew up skiing at Seven Springs and Hidden Valley, and he was a great skier.
Yeah, I think a lot of really good skiers come out of those spots. I've always heard really good things about Seven Springs. I don't know too much about Hidden Valley or Laurel.
Just close to Pittsburgh,
Yep.
and that's kind of that's the point.
Yep, exactly. They're going after those metropolitan areas.
Yep.
Second topic of the week, we got their 2022 quarter one fiscal results. Fiscal results are kind of, especially Q1 fiscal results, are kind of hard to read into, but there were kind of two big takeaways from here. 139 million in losses, which is down quite a bit from 153 million in losses in that Q1 period last year. Similarly, revenue was up to 175.5 million from 131.7 million, which is a pretty big increase in revenue.
Yeah.
So Vail continues to weather the storm of the pandemic, so to speak. Although we got an article from seekingalpha.com that they kind of lay out what they see to be a potential tipping point for the company, that being the idea of them enticing too many people to buy Epic Passes. In other words, more people than the resorts can handle, which this season feels accelerated by staffing issues.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's going to be a hard thing to overcome.
Yeah. So we'll see. I certainly don't think it's black and white.
Right.
I think an organization like Vail is clearly very, very successful, and I kind of trust their ability to pivot if they need to. They're not just going to put themselves out of business.
Right. Yeah, they'll do. I would guess they'll do what it takes to stay in business at those numbers.
Exactly, and I think there's a balance there between the how many people buy Epic Passes and then the quality, the quality of your experience.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they understand that. And yeah, who knows? Maybe it'll be a good thing if we have a season where there's maybe too many people and not enough staff, and that would kind of prompt them to level things out.
Right.
Because they clearly care about the experience of the guest. They're not. I don't think it's just a complete money grab.
Yeah.
So.
I hope not.
No, I mean I've had enjoyable skiing experiences at every Vail Resorts mountain I've ever been to. So they do care about the skiing. I can totally understand when people, kind of go down that other side of the spectrum and say no, they just care about the money. I totally understand where people are coming from, but I do think the organization cares enough about skiing and their guests that they won't let it get to a terrible point.
Yeah. I
mean, the experience at Stowe this year has been better than last year.
Yeah, they've been great.
Far and away better.
Yep.
So I think they've done a great job there. And then last topic of the week, Alpine-X, who has come up in Top 5 Fridays quite a bit. They're the organization behind a bunch of potential new indoor ski areas. They have joined forces with Bode Miller. He is their new Chief Innovation Officer.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's a great person to sign if you want to promote your indoor skiing product, I guess.
Yeah, no, I think it'll probably help them a lot.
Yeah.
Whether that's, getting funding or or just marketing and media exposure, I think joining forces with Bode Miller can only help. We've talked about their position before. They kind of have to like prove that they're going to be carbon neutral before they can start just putting up a bunch of indoor ski areas across the board.
Yeah, just a lot of big refrigeration bill there.
Yeah. But their goal is 20 or more indoor ski areas in the United States. So
they seem to be popular wherever they spring up. You know, it's just.
I mean, gosh, if there was an indoor skiing area in Burlington, I would go in the summer.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd buy a season pass.
Yep. They had golf next door. That'd be perfect.
Then I'd move there. So it'll be interesting to watch the development there. And then finally, we have our edits of the week. So we got Sammy Carlson, North of Now, about a 10-minute long season edit from Sammy Carlson. And then we have Teeth from Hidden Facts. Remember the pronunciation?
Don du Midi.
Yeah, skiing the Don du Midi, which looked really crazy.
Yep.
Some impressive lines up there. And then we have Wild Card from Strictly. You had that playing on your computer just before we started.
Yeah, that was
filming.
a funny one.
Yeah, some good falls in there.
Snowmobile stuff.
Snowmobiles in deep powder.
Yeah,
snowmobiles
that's the
stuck
impressive.
in rivers.
Yep. Lots of antics.
Bunch of funny stuff there. And then we have I think it's about 8 minutes long, a street edit from Alex Hall called Security Notice, which is already kind of turning some heads in the park skiing world. So that's it for Top 5 Fridays. More youth hockey this weekend, Bob?
It's the Stowe Winter Carnival hockey tournament this weekend, and my kids don't have any games in that, but there's lots of hockey going on in Stowe this weekend, that's for sure.
Will you be attending?
I will be attending as a spectator and a friend.
I will be out there coaching tomorrow at Stowe with Green Mountain Academy. So
hopefully it doesn't rain too much on you.
Yeah. I think it's going to, unfortunately. But hey, if you're skiing Stowe tomorrow, look out for me in a black jacket with a bunch of teenagers chasing behind me. So that's it. We'll talk to you next week. If you're on Instagram or Facebook, follow our channel because I'm going to try and show some updates from Winter Park with Fisher. And yeah.
Yeah, cool.
We'll talk to you next week.
Bye.